What's up, everybody? We are back with the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show. We've got episode 91, Song Yadong taking on Chris Gutierrez. But before we get into that, we're going to start from the top of the card. As always, once I pull it up here on Tapology, if I can find it. We got our second to last card of 2023. Crazy. It has flown by, and we are kicking off the event with Allan Car versus Do Santos. Magic, as always, you're starting us off.
Yeah, this is an interesting fight. First of all, I just tweeted it, but people are DMing me like, "Oh, you miss me" or whatever. No, I haven't bet anything yet. After the pod, I'll bet everything and update everyone. It has happened like this a couple times already. Yeah, Dak is like plus 200 for MVP already. You see that? You don't know ball. I told you Dak was going to win MVP. I told you. And if he wins, I'm going to be telling you for the next 25 years how I told you Dak was going to win MVP. So I hope he wins. Yeah, this is an interesting fight. I'm a bit upset that Allan Car got exposed like that and we didn't cash it. You know what I mean? I was pretty big on the other girl by finish, and she got horribly, probably deserved to lose the fight and escapes with a draw. I thought that was pretty bad. Yeah, if she, Allan Car or Alensar, I'm not sure how. I think it's Allan Car. If she wins, it's probably first round submission, something like that. Or maybe she can recreate again that bullshit she did and escape, half die in round 3 and win a split or some bullshit. But yeah, Rayane Dos Santos is better on the feet. She's a serviceable grappler. If she can extend the fight for some pace, she should be the side here. I think she's going to win. I need to look at the props. We'll see what happens here. I haven't taken any bets, so I can just go over every fight, not be wrong on any fight, and it's great.
There you go. Yeah, it's an interesting fight. I kind of think Allan Car, not kind of, I think Allan Car is definitely going to have success early. I shouldn't even say definitely. I don't know. It's a hard fight to call. I think if Allan Car has success, it's going to be front loaded. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be front loaded. Dos Santos, better striker, better cardio. But I tend to like fighters that are going to go out there and just relentlessly attempt takedowns. And if she's been able to fix her cardio issue a little bit, I think she has potential in the UFC. But to your point, she gassed pretty bad in the Contender Series. I feel like Dos Santos wins round 3 at a pretty high clip. If it gets there, I wouldn't be shocked if this one finishes inside. I know it's projected to go over, but I feel like Allan Car could potentially find a submission early, and if she doesn't, she could potentially gas, and Dos Santos finds a late finish. So it's an interesting look. I haven't bet it, but yeah, I'm considering it. Tatsuro Tyra versus Carlos Hernandez. Tyra, a big favorite. Hernandez, big underdog. Are you interested in taking the shot here, or you think Tyra gets it
To
done?
answer that question, if Dak, if the Cowboys beat the Eagles, Dak wins MVP. There has to be a disaster down the road for him not to win. If they win that game, don't you think so? Like with the odds being like that.
Well, if Dak
Who is
wins,
he going to win? Can you imagine the disgrace for the NFL if Brock Purdy wins the MVP? It's like me winning, basically. Don't
yeah,
you think? I told you this, and I was completely serious. If I started quarterback for the Niners, they wouldn't go 0-17. I'm
yes, they
dead
would.
serious. They would win a fucking game. I just
There's
give
no
the ball
way.
to fucking McCaffrey, bro. They win something. Don't you think they beat the Cardinals with me at quarterback, just running
No,
the ball? I
no.
can sneak a little bit. I'm strong.
Yeah.
Fourth and one.
Run the QB sneak.
Maybe the fake to McCaffrey and I just take off
There you
running,
go.
running into people.
Oh my god. What do you think of Tyra versus Hernandez?
This is, I like Tyra, but I kind of hate the fucking guy betting wise. You know what I mean? He's always unbettable because he's super overpriced, but he has this insane, I don't know, Jackie Chan ability to always win the fights without covering. Like the last fight, he almost lost by guillotine last second. That was ridiculous. He doesn't really have any volume on the feet to justify his price if he cannot grapple fuck people. And his wrestling is not great, but if he gets you down, his jiu-jitsu is great. And he's huge for the division. And he gets a lot of very solid positional, not a solid positions on the ground. Like his positional is sound, great body triangle. So if he gets you down, even if he doesn't submit you a lot of times, it's the round. But Hernandez, I bet Nascimento by submission against Hernandez. that hit, but I was like, I'm not sure this was the move. You know what I mean? Like he's pretty good at getting up, fighting hooks. Candelario took him down a million times, right? That was that fight. I thought Candelario won that fight, but on Contenders, did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I don't remember it too well. Let me look.
I know it
Yeah,
was Victor
I didn't
Altamirano.
feel passionately about it. Oh, are you saying the time he fought Altamirano or Baez?
No, I mix them. Like Altamirano fought Candelario at Contenders, right? And that was the fight
Yeah.
that I thought Candelario won. He got a lot of takedowns. Yeah, I mixed this guy with Altamirano. But
Who's
yeah, he was
Cannibal?
pretty. I
No.
mean,
Hernandez fought Altamirano and he fought Baez.
yeah, that was a robbery. Barrett won. That was a
You
disgrace
love
decision,
that
bro.
guy.
That was so bad.
You love that guy. He's just not that good.
Danny Barrett
He's like okay,
is
but
probably the best to ever do it at 135.
you
Bro, I couldn't believe how he lost against the Brazilian in London. I was
that
like,
was
it's
tough.
done. But liver shot and he was like fucking dying. And then, I don't know, that was ridiculous. But yeah, I think Nascimento is a more powerful grappler than Tyra, wrestling wise for sure. And he was having serious issues until he got that standing back take or whatever that was. He also probably has better pure jiu-jitsu than Tyra. So I don't know. Maybe Tyra gets him down, insta subs or something, or fucking destroys him, pounds him out, and he covers. But if he doesn't do that early and he cannot get a lot of extended periods, this fight suddenly gets very interesting. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play Hernandez. It's a huge price. Maybe a live entry on Hernandez after 5 minutes, but it's one of these situations where after 5 minutes, all the fish is sold. Like we say here, you know what I mean? All the fish is sold. There's nothing to buy left. So I don't know.
I like that. I've never heard that one before.
All the fish is sold. There's nothing left.
I
Can't buy
usually
anymore.
I say there's no more meat on the bone.
Yeah, I guess it's the same.
Yeah. I tend to agree. I think Tyra is going to win. He's big for the division. He's a decent wrestler, not a great wrestler, but he's good on top. Hernandez has been taken down. If it stays on the feet, Hernandez is going to look like the side from a money line perspective. But I tend to think Tyra is going to get him down and go to work on top, potentially finish. Stephanie Egger versus Luana Santos. You got anything here?
I have nothing for any fight.
You have any opinion here? Any thoughts?
Egger is kind of my girl, but you know the first time she got like meme submitted with a leg lock, I was like, okay, shit happens. The second time I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Because it was the worst leg lock I have ever seen in my fucking life, and she kind of put herself into the leg lock, like she was instantly panicking. You know, it literally looked like you get the judo Olympic champion into a jiu-jitsu match and suddenly she's dead afraid of leg locks. Andrew has frozen, right? Or his ability to not move is incredible. Yeah, he's frozen. Can you please tell in the chat if he's frozen or I'm out? I think he's frozen. He kind of. What's going on? You're silenced.
We're back.
You're back now. You left me hanging again. You have to start
Obviously,
paying the fucking internet, bro.
I could hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, he got frozen like Elsa. Yeah, I was saying that Egger looks like a judo world champion, but then you get her into a leg lock and she panics. It's like she's never been there. I don't know if is she not rolling on the gym, just doing judo? It's ridiculous.
They
So
just stop when they get to the mat. They just do takedowns, then you're done.
So when you are capping this fight, being a Brazilian, they love going for low percentage moves on the ground. The leg lock is a very Brazilian thing. So maybe she rolls an Imanari, and Egger just submits without even making contact. I think she's the side, but I'm a little bit scared here. Santos is probably overpriced because she beat the crackhead. I don't know. It's historic run by the crackhead, honestly. Losing to Macedo and this girl stopped, like brutalized in both fights. Crazy run. But yeah, I don't think Luana Santos is the second coming of, I don't know, Amanda Rivas. I think she's just a Brazilian who happened to fight the crackhead. And then we'll see where she goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't have a strong take on this one either. I feel like Neither are good strikers. They're both okay, just in general. I feel like Santos has a little bit of improvement upside. Yeah, I don't really have much to say here. I think if you put a gun to my head, I think Santos wins, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if it went the other
Are you
way.
going to just pick all the favorites?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the all favorites parlay. I'll get a bunch of people supporting me on
The round
Twitter.
robin?
Steve Garcia versus Mel Costa. We talked about last week. We don't have to talk about it again. Here's the real reason why we came here today. You know, people work hard, they live a good life, and it all
Oh,
leads to this very moment.
this is appendicitis guy.
Hyun
I was
Sung
just looking
Park.
at the odds, and I was at which moment fucking Park has gone to minus 600 against Muniz.
It
No, it's the other guy.
is Hyun Sung Park taking on Shannon Ross. Where
Damn,
do I even start
damn.
here?
Hyun Sang inside is minus 330. They have just ruined my weekend. How? It's probably value,
So
honestly. That's probably value. I mean, if you can get 66% implied or whatever that is, 70% implied on appendicitis guy to get finished, I mean, there is an edge there. He gets finished 100% of the time. 100
yeah.
minus 70 is 30.
Do you remember Ashkin Motarian?
Yeah, he's a legend in the Australian circuit, the Mokhtarian brothers.
He won
They
the
were like dealers, right? Drugs or roids. Something happened.
something happened. He beat
How can you not know the gym where Nadia Kassem came from, bro?
he beat
Historic ass in the UFC. She
he won
sucked,
a
but
decision
historic ass.
against Shannon Ross. Did you know that?
I mean, he's better than appendicitis guy.
Hilarious. But yeah, I mean, Ross, 2 fights in the UFC, finished under a minute in both of them. Finished on the Contender Series, and I think he's got one more in him. Park, I don't think he's amazing, but I think he's good enough to get it done here. He's got a couple finishes in a row on Road to UFC, 3 finishes on a row. Excuse me, 3 finishes in a row. 2 of them came on Road to UFC. First one in the UFC over Sung Gook Choi. He's undefeated. I think he gets this one done. I think he probably finishes Ross. I was tempted to take the dog shot at first, but Ross is just so bad. And
Yeah, you told me. You told me you are such a liar, trying to set me up once again. So
yeah,
you tell me you are trying to take the shot, and this guy is plus 475. You can get plus 475, and it's not enough. That's what you think of appendicitis guy.
yeah, I had my chance with him last time, and that was it. There will be no number 2. So yeah, I think Park knocks him out. It sounds like you think the same.
Yeah, he's going to do whatever he wants. I don't know. I'm thinking I know what my bet's going to be here, but I need to get the odds I want. We'll see. I mean, it's super. Why are books so late on this? I get that the card kind of sucks, but the props are super late. It's late Thursday here. Liquidity sucks. Fucking poors. But yeah, I mean, the line is probably accurate. I mean, it's maybe short. Don't you think so? Do you really believe this guy is going to win this fight at like a 15% clip? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, he gave like 2 rounds of fury against the Slenderman in Contenders, that Brazilian fraud. That was
Yeah.
a crazy performance in hindsight because after that he's like Mr. Potato in the octagon. I can't believe I had this guy, bro, by submission like plus 200. All he gets is guillotines, the Mexican. He comes out and appendicitis guy makes him look like the biggest puncher in MMA history. Like fucking Canelo Alvarez with 4-ounce gloves. Death. First punch, death. Bro, fuck this guy. He's probably going to get another fight. I don't know. Because he had appendicitis, you know?
That's a good point. Next up, Song Canan taking on Kevin Doucette. I'm picking Song here. I think it's a competitive fight, but I like Song's game a little bit better. Doucette got an easy fight. I shouldn't say an easy fight. And he got a fight over another debut in Kiefer Crosby in his first UFC match. Finished him in the first round, but earlier this year he won a split decision over a 40-year-old on the regional scenes. And last year he lost a split decision to a guy on the regional scenes. He's just not a UFC caliber fighter. Song Kanong, obviously, he's not a world beater by any means, but he's hung around in the UFC for however many years. He's around 500. He got a decent win in his last fight against Bedoya. I don't see much I like out of Giuseppe besides size and leg kicks, but I think skill-wise, Song's better. I think he's going to land his jab. Yeah, I think Song's going to win. What do you got here?
I bet the Irish guy against this guy, so that tells you all you need to know about what I think about him. And he gets the first submission ever too, because I can't win last month for some reason. I'm just surviving the MMA, and last weekend was really bad. I was just surviving, but yeah, that sucked. It goes down, and suddenly Kevin Giuseppe is the fucking New Zealand Gordon Ryan or something. I was just dying at my home. You know what I mean? He doesn't fight the choke. I was like, yeah, fantastic. Next fight, please. Yeah, this guy is not good. When I watch his regional tape, I mean, come on, you have watched the tape, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he almost died against very, very, very bad people. Like very bad people. People with like 2 or 3 jobs. You know what I mean? Like I'm working in the supermarket and I fight Kevin Giuseppe at the night. Close fight. Could go either way.
Dude, the guy he lost to last year.
Yeah, sucks.
He lost his next fight by rear naked choke. Like I don't even know who these people are.
This fight he had against a Neanderthal. Have you watched that fight?
Who?
I think it was his last win before the UFC. Is this guy, right? I'm not going to rewatch that doing tape. It was this fight. The 5-round fight. It went to a split.
Decision.
Yeah, against Priscus Fogagnolo, 40 years old. King Kong. His nickname is King Kong. Bro, this is the worst fight I have seen in my life. And I put the tape on, and it's like a fucking man from a cave. And he can't strike, and they go to a split decision. It's crazy fight. I would recommend to everyone watching this. That's MMA. This guy is very, very, very bad. And Song, I mean, he could have been our fucking hero when he put down fucking Ian Garry. I was like, yeah! I couldn't believe he started clinching, bro. He had Garry out, like out in the ground. When he followed, Garry was out. I don't know what was that. He was so close to glory for Asia. He has to be the side that underdog goes. Like, which way doesn't he look like the side? He gets grappled by Kevin Giuseppe. That's the only way he's not the side. Like, Giuseppe is hilariously hittable. And Song is not a great striker, but can take a bonk and has a big right hand. Starting to believe this is a classic, bro. This may be a classic. A 3-round classic. I think I have to take Song by knockout for the culture. What number is it? Plus 350, plus 400. I don't know if I can get FanDuel. Plus 350 is pretty good. I mean, any day against Kevin Giuseppe, knockout, plus 350. I will take, I don't know, everyone.
You just take.
I will take Brandon Moreno plus 350 by knockout against Kevin Giuseppe.
You know, like the mystery boxes in video games where it just has a question mark on it? You take the mystery box plus 350 to knock out Kevin Giuseppe. Next up, we've got Andre Muniz versus Jung Young Park. We got another Park on this card. I like Park here. I think that Muniz probably has a round or half round to finish him. After that, I think it's all Park. I give Park a cardio edge. I think he's a better striker. Muniz, good BJJ. I don't like his wrestling. I don't like his striking. What's the matter?
Like Jimmy Butler, please. Is this Kevin Giuseppe watching the podcast? Bro, that 40-year-old was awkward and solid. This is crazy. Giuseppe is going to piss him up. Is this Kevin Giuseppe?
Kevin Giuseppe's watching
how is the weight cut going, bro? How's the weight cut going?
Are you going to try to grapple here?
Bro, he can't piss him up. He's a stick. This guy sucks.
So I'm taking Jung Young Park here. I think better striking, better cardio. I think he's good get-ups. If Muniz doesn't finish him early, I think Park wins. What do you think here?
Yeah, good chance. I mean, the Iron Turtle is my boy, you know. Every 3 months, you bet him his round props. It's like free money. I have only bet against him once with Fluffy, and he almost fucking killed Fluffy. That's how legit he is. The Iron Turtle, he's low-key very good, bro. There is a good chance he looks like a gigantic favorite here, because if Muniz wins, it's like 3-4 minutes submission. If not, he's beyond cooked. So yeah, I think he covers. Probably looks like a bigger favorite. Muniz super early or bust. And also Muniz feels like he has been ruined mentally. You know what I mean? Like he has been badly exposed, finished brutally, kind of a couple times, and now it's like It's like, fuck, now everybody knows I'm not that good and I don't have gas and they are coming after me and I'm just trying to froth my way a little bit more on the feet. It's kind of, yeah, his upside is probably fucked in the division. People thought this guy was very, very good. I mean, his jiu-jitsu is fucking legit. I still think that him tapping Jacare was kind of a fluke. I had Jacare by knockout in that fight. But the Anders submission was insane. But in hindsight, Anders was probably the side. You know, he's one of these.
I bet Anders there, and I was at that fight, and I remember
because you have to trust your instincts. I had Muniz submission there, but I knew he wasn't the side, bro. I just took the shot. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he's not that good. But yeah, when he wins, he looks spectacular.
Yeah. So next fight we're going to talk about is Nasrat Prass versus Jamie Malarkey. And you and me have not talked about this fight at all, right? Like before. So
we haven't talked about any fight.
We haven't talked about this fight at all. I would be willing to guarantee that you're going to be on Jamie Malarkey here. Is that correct?
I mean, I will take anyone at this price and Kevin Hacksparat or what. His name is probably fake too. Kevin Hacksparat. I called him Kevin. I can't believe I called him Kevin. He looks like Gastelum. Nasrat Hacksparat. Bro, his last fight, I had this guy gigantic number, and after 5 minutes, I was like, "We got his ass. This is coming home." I don't know what happened there, but the leg kicks were fucking him up. Last Malarkey performance was pretty bad, in my opinion, against Makdessi, but it was Makdessi, right? I'm not tripping. I just watched this the other day. Yeah, Makdessi. Probably could have gone the other way. Not sure if the Naimov knockout maybe fucked him up mentally, because that wasn't vintage Malarkey, you know what I mean? The pressure, the aggression wasn't really there. Like the Mongoloidin, that was his biggest strength. Like output, I'm big, I'm throwing leg kicks, I'm going to the body, and if you don't kill me in 2 rounds, I'm going to be on your ass. This is a great fight stylistically for Malarkey if he doesn't die in like 2 minutes. And if he goes forward. And also if someone has grappling upside, it's Jamie Malarkey. So yeah, you probably have to take Jamie Malarkey by knockout, Jamie Malarkey round 2, Jamie Malarkey round 3. Yeah. I mean, it's a must, right? I don't even know the prices.
You don't have to. It's a system play.
It's a system play. The JM special.
Yeah, I don't have much of an opinion here. I don't like how hittable Malarkey is. That's my big thing.
Hacksparat just has a right hand. I mean, a right hand for a southpaw, a left hand. He just has a 2. He doesn't even have a 1. It's a fake decoy. Have you ever seen him jab hard at anyone?
Do you remember when he was minus 300 against Drew Dober?
Bro, I bet Dober inside plus 700.
Yeah.
For 3 units.
That's literally so funny.
That was an all-time line. If they fought next week, what is Dober minus 300? Maybe minus 400. Dober would be a huge favorite if they fought again.
Yeah, I was going to say, the line would probably be flipped if they fought today.
But I remember at the time I was taking Dober and people were like, wow, this guy is so ballsy. Drew Dober here against the pride of Afghanistan. He's this, whoa, Nasrat Hacksparat. Oh, he's just fast. There's literally nothing special about the guy. He's a fat boy that makes weight and it's very fast. He's like a super slim, what's his name? The guy that knocked out Anthony Joshua, the fat Mexican. He's like a lightweight, super slim. This guy, this damn fat Mexican.
Andy Ruiz?
Yeah, he's like the super slim Andy Ruiz, but in MMA and with a left hand. That's all he is. The leg kicks are going to be huge here for Malarkey. He can kick him from the other side of the octagon. If he pursues the leg kicks, I mean, last fight Hacksparat was getting fucking destroyed against a guy that is not like an specialist. Malarkey has very kick in the repertoire. He's a very, very well-educated leg kicker, Jamie Malarkey.
Yeah, no strong opinion there from me, but I'll be rooting for you.
You are going to bet Malarkey, 100%.
What's that?
100% going to bet Malarkey. This is one of these that Saturday afternoon, I get a DM, Andrew Gombas bets. Bro, I'm betting Jamie Malarkey. And then we lose a split.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Sumari taking on Tim Elliott, was supposed to fight Nascimento. I was very big on Nascimento at like minus 200. The line blew out. That was literally
submission was going to be like plus 125, plus 150, and it was literally free. I mean, there's nothing free. I said last week that Soriano inside was free. That wasn't free, but this was free.
This is the one that's
No,
free.
this is free.
Yeah, so Tim Elliott, I'm picking Elliott here, but I'm more concerned about him than I was with Nascimento. Obviously, Elliott's getting up there in age. I don't love his cardio, but Sue is just such a bad grappler. He puts his back to the fence. Once he's on the mat, he doesn't really have guard retention. I tend to think Elliott finishes him on the mat, but if it stays on the feet, I think Sue is a good shot at putting Elliott out. He's a pretty good striker. He's just not a grappler. Like, I remember back in the day, Smolka submission versus him in like 28. Do you remember that China card that was like
I had all those, bro. I had all those.
Yeah.
I had Matt Snell too. Like plus 800 to submit this guy.
I
would be plus 800 to submit this guy. How is Matt Snell plus 800 to submit this guy?
Yeah,
like he has absolutely no jiu-jitsu. Like zero. Is he even like rolling? He does some shit on the mat that is like unbelievable. It's like, seriously, I don't get how someone don't get these guys. I'm like, bro, you are in the fucking UFC. You cannot do this on the mat.
Yeah.
Like, are you even training? He knocked out Matt Snell 4 times in that fight. And then Matt Snell is out there like a zombie. He's not there. He didn't know where he was, Matt Snell. And he has a horrible chin. Takes him down, and he was in mount almost by accident. Like, what is Sumu doing?
No, he went right to mount.
By accident. He was flat. He was like this.
When I was betting Nascimento minus 200, I was like, he's going to literally, with one takedown is the fight. Like, that's it.
Bro, Nascimento was just going to sit onto him, like to jump onto him directly into mount. You know what I mean? Jump onto his chest with his ass into mount.
It sucks because like 2 of my biggest bets of the year have gotten canceled beforehand. I'm like, people with
Brady was so free. Fucking Brady.
So free. Anyway, yeah, I'm picking Elliott here. I'm assuming you're doing the same based on
this line is coming the other way, which I didn't expect, but I get why. Elliott is super old. He's super stupid. He strikes a little bit too much for his own good, and on the feet, Mudarji is much faster, much more powerful. But yeah, on the ground, this should be like, this is going to look like rape. If they take the lights off, this is rape. I mean, Elliott is going to do whatever he wants. What is the doesn't go? There is a line. I can't see it.
Under 2.5 is like minus 115. So doesn't go is probably like minus 135, minus 150.
That's when I thought I was out. They get me back in. I feel strongly about this ending inside. Yeah. It's Team Elliott. Don't you think? I mean, I know this is a crazy take. Someone is probably going to, about what I'm going to say, someone is going to tweet saying that I'm an idiot or whatever. I think Team Elliott's last fight was fixed, not by him. You know what I mean?
No,
I had Mokayev by finish. What, bro? I know grappling. I watch grappling. What the fuck was that? Like, this Mokayev was literally carrying him into round 3. Someone needs to check his fucking friends' betting accounts or whatever, because in the United Kingdom, because that wasn't normal. Like, he was doing nothing, and the moment he decided, zero passing attempts, and he was losing on the cards. You know that he was about to lose that fight if he didn't finish. The moment he decides to pass, he passes like butter. His guard is non-existent. Submits him instantly, insta-tap, round 3 submission by Mokayev. By the way, that was like 10-1. I don't buy it. Muhammad, betting is haram. I don't buy it. I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but that was ridiculous. I don't get it. He could have done that any moment. It was like ridiculously easy. I don't buy it. Something was very off about that fight. And before the fight, I was thinking he's going to fucking smoke Team Elliott any way he wants. When people get Elliott down, they pass his guard. They tend to pass his guard. And this guy is just carrying Elliott and losing rounds. I don't buy it. Mokayev is dumb, but he's not that dumb. I don't buy it.
What do you think about Anthony Smith versus Khalil Rountree? I know you're a big Anthony Smith guy, so take it away.
Anthony Smith, Team is going to Technical team, my boy from Twitter, he hates Anthony Smith. He's never going to say it like this. He's always like, yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about the guy, but he does this and that. No, team, you fucking hate Anthony Smith. Stop being gay and admit it. I hate fucking Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith is going to lose and then call for a title shot. Guaranteed.
He's already talking about it. I saw it on Twitter.
I mean, there is no one else. Who are you going to give a title shot to if it's not Anthony Smith, the conqueror of John Jones, who decided to keep fighting?
Do you know what the craziest part is? If he got a title shot against Pereira, I would 100% bet him at like plus 300 or something. There's no way.
Anthony Smith, bro, it's 2023.
I don't care.
I think he's going to lose badly, but in his head, that doesn't take him out of title picture because he would only have lost 4 out of his last 5, and that win has him in the mix, against Ryan Spann. So yeah, the UFC should probably give Anthony Smith a title shot, win or lose this fight, doesn't matter. Title shot next, and just have Rakic, Blachowicz, Giri, and all these people wait because they are not on that level, and they are also not working the desk, so it's a different level.
Great point.
He looks like if I soccer kicked him in the leg, he would quit. That's how done he is. He cannot take leg kicks anymore.
Yeah.
Like at all. His last couple of fights have been depressing. I mean, if he gets Rountree down, yeah, he's the much better grappler on the ground, but I don't think this goes there. I tend to believe Rountree is going to brutalize him. And I'm up for it. Smith is kind of durable. I'm going to sit there like the DJ Khaled gif, watching Khalil Rountree just bonk him around the octagon.
We will be there no matter what.
If he goes for leg kicks, this is going to be ugly. But Khalil by knockout is like minus 115, something like that. I looked the other day. So yeah, not loving that. I think Smith can survive a round. Maybe it's one of these Rountree 2-3 you arbit for like plus 300. If I can get that number, I'll probably be there no matter what. I'm not sure. Yeah, you never know with Rountree. It's a very awkward fight. Rountree may have had some mental depression last 3 months and now he cannot strike or something. Or he come out and thinks he's a grappler.
That's always a possibility. I wanted to like Smith here because overall, I don't really like Rountree. I think he has bad cardio. I think he's a bad grappler. Smith seems
Is Andrew Gombat racist?
Whoa, I'm picking I was gonna say I'm picking Anthony Smith. There's no black people on this card besides these two. Yeah, I mean Khalil, very powerful, leg kick upside. I don't think he's a good grappler or has good cardio, so I'm reluctant to lay 2-1 on him. I do think he's gonna win. Smith seems a bit checked out to me. His last fight, I think he was the side, but their ability is starting to go. The Johnny Walker fight was a big concern. He's lost 3 out of his last 4. He could have lost that last one.
Yeah, the decision he won, he could have lost too, right? It was a decision.
Yeah, he could have lost that fight. He has he's like 50 pro fights or something like that. It's crazy. I mean, he, like you said, he works the desk. He probably is like pretty well off at this point.
We are lying, actually. He's lost 2 out of his last 3, but the Ryan Spann decision was pretty. I thought he lost.
It was close. I really, going into the decision, I had no idea.
I mean, I think he's done, but if you take him here, you take him by submission, which is plus 600, honestly. So if anyone wants the shot, because on the feet, he's not going to win this.
No.
Yeah, he's going to motivate himself with something like, you're trying to hurt my family or something. That was ridiculous. When he was talking to Johnny Walker, like, you're trying to take away my family's food. And Johnny was like, what are you talking about, my brother?
That's like the best MMA moment ever. He's like, what? He was so surprised.
He was like, what? We are in the middle of a fight.
He was so surprised. That was the best part. Main event time, Yadong Song taking on Chris Gutierrez. I'm going to give the best breakdown ever here. Either Gutierrez leg kicks him to a win or Song wins anywhere else. That's simple.
I mean, this is... I have been thinking about this fight for a long time. I think I think
it's kept you up at night.
Yeah, literally the other day I was sitting like this, thinking about this fight for like 15 minutes, looking at the prices, bro. These were early. Like I don't get the correlation between prices here. How is Yadong Song minus 380 or whatever he is? Yeah, he's over minus 400 already some places. And the doesn't go is minus 130. So that's telling me Yadong wins a decision most of the time too. Like if this goes 5, unless Yadong is just knocking him down every round randomly, you want to have Gutierrez. Don't you think like the doesn't go and Gutierrez is kind of a free ride? If you arbit?
It depends if you think Song can grapple him.
Yeah, but if he grapples him, he's going to tap him. If he can
That's
grapple
true,
him
too.
dominantly, he's going to tap him. I don't know. Song, but I don't know what to do this. I may just take fucking 14 bets every side and claim a win.
There you go.
I don't know. I may talk myself into Gutierrez here. I don't get the correlation. I think if Song covers, it's a big bonk or a power guillotine or something like that. We haven't really seen him deep in fights. The Simone fight, I don't buy it. And the Sandagen fight was kind of a bad look late. The cut was a factor. I had Song there, and he was looking like $1 million for 3 rounds and a half. Yeah, the Sandman got lucky there with the cut.
Yeah.
But I think Gutierrez, if he's not dying, he's going to be working those legs. Unless he gets like this fear of his life. You know what I mean? Song touches him once and he starts running a marathon, which could be the case. But I'm not sure Song's grappling upside here is gigantic or anything like that. And Gutierrez is a one-trick pony, but he's like the best one-trick pony of all time. The good, you know? What he does is amazing. He only has one thing, but he's good at it. Counterpunch, move, he's just bouncing around, eating your legs. So I don't know. I assume, looking at the line, Gutierrez 4 and 5 is going to be, oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to hurt myself on this. 50 to 1? I mean, come on. I mean, can
This
you
is your
understand
kind of
the amount of times I have bet on Chris Gutierrez round 3 and he has let
Wow.
someone survive on one leg? Pain. But if he has 2 extra rounds, he's going to finish them by accident.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is interesting. We'll see. It's much better to do the pod this way and never be wrong. Just cover all the bases, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking MMA genius. Now what?
You could never be wrong again.
System play, yeah. Gutierrez late. This is the first time he gets 5 rounds. Maybe he's like a fucking terror for 5. Starts working the legs. I mean, everybody was talking about betting Song, and I think he was going to be the favorite, but Peter Yang will beat the Jackie Chan out of this guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know it. He has like 10 minutes to put Jan out or he's going to take him to the gulag. I hope they rebook that after this. Full disclosure, the plan for the UFC is to make Song versus Jan after this fight. That's what I heard. This was already going to happen, you know? It was official at one point. Maybe? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, the UFC was planning to do this again. I'm not sure if it's going to start because I think for UFC 300, Jan versus Davison Figueiredo could be an historic fight. I think that has to happen. Has to be there no matter what. UFC 300. Wouldn't you love that fight, Jan versus Davison?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
No, it's really. I think that's one of these fights that needs to happen before they go. It's one of these fights that you look at like the poster. You know what I mean? The poster for the fight, and you are like, yeah, this is MMA. Fucking Roman Colosseum fight. Yeah. One guy from the jungle and one guy so white from Siberia. Yeah, this is MMA. That fight has to happen. So now, if anyone has any questions or whatever, I'm hearing rumors the Steelers line is going down near the game. Only 2 Boswell kicks to cover the spread. I don't know, man. It's tempting me.
I took the Patriots +6.
You took it? Okay, Steelers by 5 and we settle. Both win if I take it. I think Boswell is going to get like 6 field goals. and the Steelers win like 18-10, and the Patriots get a touchdown and a field goal, and Boswell gets 6 kicks.
The total is so low. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I did it once and I lost this year, and you should never do this in the NFL. Never tease totals, but I'm very tempted to tease the Steelers to a pick 'em now plus 1.5 and tease the over to 24. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure I trust these two teams with Trubisky to make 24 points total. I think this is going to be a run heavy game for the Steelers probably. I think Warren is going to have a big game. The Patriots are tanking. I think they are like checked out. They are tanking.
I have Warren's over in rushing yards too. 46.
You took that? Yeah, that's sharp. He's going to get a couple of these when he breaks out and runs out of the stadium. I like Warren. He's like an energy ball. People hate Najee Harris for some reason. I think he's a good running back. He's just slower than a linebacker for some reason, but don't you think he's kind of good?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw his college highlights and he was fucking electric. Najee Harris. Like the most dynamic running back ever. And then he comes to the NFL and he looks Paralympic, but...
We will be here next week at this time to talk about
people are not going to believe what Gombas is going to do here, but I'm not going to fuck up the surprise.
We'll see, guys.
He's taking Colby inside, Colby under half round.
Inside 60 seconds.
Colby inside 60 seconds. That's probably my favorite bet of all time. McGregor inside 60 seconds against Donald Cerrone.
Yeah.
I hit that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
It was plus 1,600.
Wow.
I think. I only had like $50, I think. 50 euros. Yeah, I think it was 50, right?
I don't know.
Not sure. Yeah, it wasn't much. Well, but that was like cashing that one was better than sex. I mean, if it was another guy, but against Donald Cerrone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Najee Harris, people make fun of him, but he's one of the best runners after contact in the NFL. He just runs like a cartoon. Like his legs go so up. It looked like they got them, but he gets another 6 or 7 yards every time. I like him, Najee Harris. You get him a good block, he's getting you 7 or 8 yards. He's a solid guy. He's my ninja, like Agent 89 says. Did you see that interview on the field by Steve Smith Jr.? Come on.
Nah.
So this guy was talking shit about Jerry Jeudy from the Broncos. He was saying that Jeudy was like a bust for a first-round pick and all this and all that.
Oh, wait. No, I did see that.
Yeah, he's like on the sideline talking with the reporter and he's going to quote. He's like, I'm quoting Jerry Jeudy. He said, I don't fuck with you, ninja. That was so funny.
That's hilarious.
And he was like, so when teams call me and ask me about Jerry Jeudy, I'm going to say that he's not a good receiver. He has paper hands.
I don't think he has to do anything under contract. But I think
I'm not sure. McGregor probably has a contract of his own, but normally how this works in the UFC is the UFC is obliged or must offer a fighter an X amount of fights over time or over a year.
Usually 3 in a year.
Yeah, it depends, but normally it's 3. And they cannot. At some point they cannot reject all because if not, nobody will fight at any time. They will just wait for the matchup they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they call you and they are like, hey, do you want to fight Benoit Saint-Denis? You better not have rejected 3 fights before because if not, you have to take Benoit Saint-Denis. So the managers play a big factor there. McGregor for president in Ireland. Yeah, I think it's live. I told this, people laughed at me. It was in the old account. If not, I would have retweeted it. That McGregor will run for president. But I was wrong about Khabib. I thought Khabib would get into politics too in Russia. Like, come on, big mafia guy. You have to get into politics in Russia. What are you doing? But he said the other day that he's not like, I just want to focus on my family and I don't like politics. A smart guy, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Smart guy. I know you don't like him, but the smart guy. He's based. You don't like him, right?
He's all right. I don't really hate anyone.
Yeah, like Tim with Anthony Smith. Yeah, I don't have anything against Khabib. I like Khabib. He was based, bro. Great fighter. Very based.
Great fighter.
He has to focus on family. That has been the rules of our republic since ancient times. You cannot say salam alaikum and congratulate about whiskey.
Who tweeted you? Someone tweeted you recently, and I said that.
It was you.
No, I know, but I'm saying you were talking to someone else, and I chimed in.
I was talking to Wiz.
Dude, that interview, that whole press conference is so funny. That's like the best press
It's
conference
the best
ever.
press conference ever, but Conor was drunk and on cocaine.
Yeah, he was sitting there putting his feet up, drinking whiskey.
The moment he does like, ho, 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 it's the best moment ever in a press conference. Do you know what moment I'm talking about?
Yes, 100%. Oh my god.
Like, oh, slap him then. Do something about it.
If he did all that and then won that fight, it would have been the best thing ever.
Bro, that fight was much closer than people want to act like it was. Like, it was a
100%.
close fight. Round 2, he got his ass handed to him. But
Yeah.
if I say that watching the fight round 3, he wins the round, and between rounds, I think I tweeted this and people were making fun of me. But watching live, I was like, this is going to be a draw. You know what I mean? And then he got him down, but he went at him with everything for that takedown. You know what I mean? It was like a chain takedown into a trip. If he doesn't get that takedown, I don't know. McGregor was kind of getting to him in round 3. It was a better fight that people want to pretend it was. And McGregor, I mean, he got fucked up in round 2, but he did a better job at neutralizing his grappling than anybody that Khabib has fought by far.
Yeah, I always wanted to see them fight again.
Yeah, I wanted to see that fight. Like, I bet McGregor. I wasn't expecting crackhead McGregor. You know what I mean? Like, I was expecting the guy that fought Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah.
Like, gun to my head, the guy that fought Eddie Alvarez against Khabib, I take McGregor.
Yeah.
He didn't look good in that fight. No excuses. We lost that bet, okay? No excuses. It's just a bet.
This always drove me nuts. The first takedown.
That is legit one of the best grappling sequences in UFC history.
The thing,
and
that,
I remember some
I
writer wrote an article and he was like, round 1, Khabib Nurmagomedov easily takes down Conor McGregor, and it was a crazy sequence. Like, he was trying to hit his back. He defended so well. It was like a 3-4 chaining attempt. It was great. Like, Khabib was fucking good and big.
The thing that always drove me nuts was McGregor had that defended perfectly, and all he had to do was hook Khabib's leg with his leg.
Yeah. With his left leg. If he had gone over Khabib's right leg, he had the head, and he always wins that position. But he tried to attack his back, and he fucked up, and he got shut down. But it was a great sequence. Like,
it was.
You watch it back, and it's like this. It's a moment. But watching live, I swear in my head that was like 27 seconds of grappling. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you watch fights and you watch it back, and you are like, whoa, I thought this was like a much longer sequence. It was a good fight.
Now it's so hard to say. I have no idea what to expect when he comes back. He could come back
right now. I can do this right now. Let me check the rankings. I'll take over from here. People are going to laugh at me again.
It just depends. Like, I don't really know what he's gonna look like.
McGregor probably the guy with the best chance at Saint Denis. He has like 2 entries to kill him. I mean, top 15. Drew Dober, I will take McGregor. I will take drunk McGregor over Drew Dober. Like, whatever he is at right now. Bobby Green, come on. McGregor stomps Bobby Green. Renato Moicano, I will take McGregor. He has no chin. Moicano good grappler, but McGregor built different. Benoit Saint Denis, that would be McGregor's funeral probably at this point. But like the guy that fought Eddie Alvarez, I will take him against literally everyone on the ranking.
Yeah, same.
And people may think I'm crazy. Some people will say, oh, would you take McGregor against Charukian? Yeah. And he would probably be minus 300.
Oh, at that time, for sure.
I'm not talking about McGregor now. He's obviously a fucking drug addict. I'm talking about prime McGregor against Eddie Alvarez. He's going to come back now against Chandler, and God knows how he looks. I have my theory how he's going to look, but until we watch it, we cannot know. I think it's going to be like the post-jail Mike Tyson.
I think he's gonna. I think it's gonna be sad. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to destroy Chandler.
I mean, I would. I would love.
Not beat, destroy. Bro, Chandler is so bad at this point. Chandler is more shot than McGregor, but he's like jacked. He's like jacked, and people are like, "Oh, Michael Chandler, America's champion. He's going to swing." And McGregor, if McGregor touches Chandler once, his knees touching the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chandler is chinny at this point. I mean, right now I will take McGregor over Dan Hooker. What are we doing here? Over Rafael dos Anjos. He's 11. Rafael dos Anjos, bro. He's like 80 years old. McGregor has underrated durability. Could you imagine how dos Anjos would look like now if he had done all the drugs McGregor did?
No.
I mean, Benil Darius is 7. Who would you take right now? Even not knowing how McGregor looks, could you take
One
Darius?
punch. One punch, it's over.
The UFC is missing if they don't make the rematch of the century here. You know what I'm talking about. At lightweight.
Poirier?
No, I mean for Darius.
Oh, Hernandez.
Bro, Darius versus Alexander Hernandez 2 has to happen. And I have heard for like 5 years or whatever that was a fluke. It wasn't. It's a bad fight for Darius. And if they fight again now, Hernandez is going to sleep him again. And people will have to block me on Twitter because it's going to be fucking unbearable. Number 6 is, I mean, FCF probably a hard fight, but like Justin Gaethje was kicking his ass late. What is he going to do? Leg kick McGregor? Yeah, maybe we are the biggest McGregor fans in the world or something, but I don't see it that hard if he's not completely done. Gamrot is a difficult fight because the pace and the wrestling. Chandler is 5. I think he's going to beat Chandler and get the ranking, probably a title shot then. Charukian, tough fight at this point, but Charukian has no chin. He's amazing, big fan of Charukian, but somebody's going to clip him bad very soon. Dustin Poirier, I mean. Yeah, we'll take McGregor. I just took him twice. And the one he broke his leg, I don't think he was dead in the fight or anything. Another one, people are acting like that was, he was done. Like he got up and Poirier was kind of punched out because he's an idiot and he was doing stupid things instead of fucking him up on the mat. Like he literally let him up because he was getting elbowed in the face too much. That's a fact, not an opinion. Poirier let him up.
I was at that fight.
That was so depressing, bro, that ending.
Yeah.
Number 2, Justin Gaethje. Who would you take? I mean, I think we have to take him over everyone in the end, except Saint-Denis. The division may suck.
Bro, 5 years, even 3 years ago, I would take Conor over all these guys. But now, like, I just think he's probably like so done. Because think about it, it's been 2.5 years.
The Chandler line is close. Have you seen that? The Chandler line is close. Now there is this part where it's unknown, so maybe he fights Gaethje and it's plus 150 and hindsight is the best bet ever and the roids have done its magic and he has an steel leg and everything.
Bro, when he was in like 5 years ago, I wanted to bet him. There's podcasts of me like before we had this podcast when I was in college saying I wanted to bet McGregor versus Gaethje. Like that was the matchup for like he would have killed Gaethje, and people were saying that was when Gaethje was like he's this fun fighter, he's so good. He does the backflips off the cage, and McGregor would have iced him in his prime.
He's one fighter. I don't think I have ever seen a fighter where public perception about him changes so drastically so fast than Gaethje. It's like every fight because when he loses in ridiculous fashion. And when he wins, like he looks like a turd. He's like, he gassed and then he got choked or whatever. He sucks. And then he kills someone. And like he was plus 150 against James Big. I max bet Gaethje plus 150 against James Big.
Dude, isn't it crazy? Do you ever think about this? How we've been doing this for so long that we're talking about fights from like 5 years ago? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, this is episode 91.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
I really remember that.
Like the night he fought Aldo, it seems like yesterday. And
that was 2014,
right?
Yeah. Do you remember how high people were on James Vick going into the Gaethje fight? People were
but I always thought he sucked. I won that one. After Big like kind of outpointed Ronaldo, people were like, holy fuck, this may be the white Tommy Hearns in MMA.
Yeah.
He wasn't good, bro. Yeah, going through the rankings, this is probably the hottest take, but I will take McGregor right now against Charles Oliveira.
You've been saying that. I don't think so anymore. A few years ago.
Everybody lands on Oliveira. He's going to be there right in front of you, hands in his chest, throwing his pull right hand. He's trying to grab you, whatever. McGregor is landing on him. And Oliveira is left to quit at any moment. Maybe it's just a little bit too hard and he's like, oh, fuck this. Next time.
Next time.
And Islam Makhachev probably could go either way. No, but if he's not done, he's not a good fight for Makhachev. You know what I mean?
He's done, bro. He's done.
Let's say he's not done.
Okay.
He's not a good fight for Makhachev. It's one of these fights that people act like Makhachev will fight the McGregor from the Eddie Alvarez fight. And they are like, this is a walk in the park. Makhachev minus 400. No, McGregor was a very good defensive grappler. on
I
the
hope
feet.
someone clips you saying that Makhachev is not a good fighter. Like just that line.
I haven't said that.
Oh, I thought you just said he's not a good fighter.
Makhachev.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all right.
He's okay.
I see holes in Makhachev like Kevin Lee.
Yeah, Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee would have beat Makhachev in his prime.
It's a shame that fight didn't happen. Kevin Lee coming out with double knee pads against
People hate him because, I mean, he was a fucking idiot and a loudmouth and whatever. He was chinny, but Kevin Lee in his prime, like the guy that fought Trinaldo and Mustafayev, bro, that was a fucking unit at lightweight.
It's what's crazy too is his prime happened so young. Like he's not even old now, and he's washed. Like he's been washed for a couple of years, and he's only like
yeah. But I think
like
he has a lot of miles, like mentally and everything. I mean,
he's 31, bro. That's
let's
crazy.
put it this way: he's fucking R.
He's 31, and he fight like when you watched him fight, you didn't tell me his age. I would have said he's like 37.
He was always my ninja too, Kevin Lee. I
Yeah.
always liked him.
You did always like him.
I'm going to be saying this forever because what's stopping me from saying my ninja? There's nothing bad about it, right? The N-word thing in America, this doesn't exist here. You know this, right? It's the most
No, I
stupid
didn't
thing
know
in the
that.
world. It's only an American thing, but I think Americans think this is worldwide. And I have a theory about why this is like that, but
Maybe we'll save that for another podcast.
no, it's true because we only have one word to say that someone is black. But then you have black and the despective one. You know what I mean? Like if someone tells me I'm white, it's not despective. And if I say someone is black here, no, he's just black. It's his color. There's not another word to say he's black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the same thing in English.
No, because the translation, I mean, black is negro here. Negro is the color. Like a black bear, also negro. You know what I mean?
And
if
white
you say
is blanco.
Yeah, but there is not a despective word or anything. There's nothing bad about saying black, negro.
Yeah, there's nothing.
But
the
literal translation in English is the bad word for you. You know what I mean? Like black is the different one. You understand my theory?
No, because it's not the translation.
It's hard to explain without actually saying the bad word, and I don't want to do it because some people may find it disrespectful. But this is the most stupid thing in the world. That doesn't exist worldwide. Just letting America know. I'm talking to America right now, like the NFL ref. I'm talking to America now. Drop it. It's stupid.
Addressing the nation. You remember when Kevin Lee fought Chiesa, how they had that whole like press conference thing? That's my favorite. That's my favorite one ever.
Don't you ever talk about my mom?
No, when Kevin Lee was like, Michael Johnson up here talking about
nobody has died yet.
he was like, motherfuckers had 20 fights, lost half of them. He ain't killed someone yet, or something like that. It was so funny.
Bro, it's one of the best lines ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin was probably thinking about that for 2 weeks, but when he dropped it, it was fire.
That was really good. Michael, he had no idea what to say back.
Bro, it was crazy. He's like, I eat my shit full. I'm Michael Johnson. I'm Michael Johnson, bro. He's like, motherfucker has 20 fights. He ain't killed a motherfucker yet. Something like that.
He's like, he's had 20 fights. Motherfucker ain't killed somebody yet.
I was watching it, and when he punched Chiesa, I lost my mind. I was like, he's the greatest to ever do it. Kevin Lee, the bottom phenom.
Oh my God.
When he got Gillespie, it was the peak of my Kevin Lee fandom. When he got Gillespie with a head kick. You remember that I tweeted, bro, I had that dream. It's the most stupid dream ever. I was like, Kevin Lee's going to head kick Gillespie. People were like, this guy is on drugs.
Which was true. Which was probably true.
And he got the best head kick. I mean, it's probably one of the best head kick knockouts ever. Like the way he dropped it into the fence, it was ridiculous. Like he kind of made it bad with the follow-up. You know what I mean? If he had like just walked off, incredible. That would have been incredible since. I haven't bet yet. I'm probably going to take the Steelers because, that's the way I do it. I think they are going to cover, honestly. The Patriots cannot score. Boswell has a big leg. That's my theory. We get some runs. We get some turnovers. And Boswell has a big leg. And what's the line now? -4.5?
5.5.
One of my friends just told me it was -4.5. This guy's a fucking liar. I got 10 minutes to think about it. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't take the Patriots. They are so bad, bro. Like this fucking guy, Bailey Zappi, that's how I would look playing quarterback.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Bro, he throws into triple coverage. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like he's like, fuck it. Like someone over there. Some of my guys is over there. And he's like, and there are 3 defenders and 1 guy trying to jump. And he's like, oh, I got intercepted. And he makes a sad face, like, oh, I can't believe I threw into 3 defenders and I got intercepted. But Mac Jones is kind of worse.
It's fine. All right. This was fun. Guys, we'll be back next week.
Someone, just before we go, someone asked about the boxing. Yeah. He escaped against Lomachenko. That cost me a lot of money, that fucking robbery. I had 2,000 on Lomachenko. He won that fight. We are getting that fucking fraud Haney. We're getting him this weekend. He has no chin. Rougarou is coming in the night. You know what Rougarou is?
Who?
His name, like Regis Progress. His nickname is Rougarou. Don't you know what that is? You live in Florida. Come on.
Well, I can't even understand what you're saying.
Rougarou. That's his nickname. Don't you know what that is? You are googling it.
No, I don't even know. I seriously am not even trying to be funny. I don't know what you're saying.
That's how they call the werewolf in Florida, the Rougarou.
I don't know what you're talking
Bro, it's crazy that I have to come here to this podcast and teach you about your own culture in America. It's crazy. Like I had no idea I was going to be sitting here talking to a fucking illiterate.
Sure, that's what's
haven't you seen that clip?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, this kid that is like, name 10 books.
I have seen people saying that before, but I don't know what you're talking about. Send it to me when we're done.
There is this one kid, and he's talking to a bunch of OnlyFans hosts or whatever, and he's like, I had no idea I was going to be sitting here talking to a bunch of illiterates. He's like a 13-year-old kid that talks like Andrew Tate, and the girls are like retaliating, and he's like, name 10 books, and the girl cannot name 10 books, and he's like, see, I'm talking to illiterates. So, well, that's the Rougarou, the werewolf in Florida. It's called the Rougarou. And Regis Progress is called the Rougarou because he's going to do Haney like a werewolf. He's going to fucking get him in the corner and rip him apart.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, if Haney wins a boring decision, let's just pretend this didn't happen.
We'll clip it. We'll
cut it from the pod. Yeah. And it will end after the Kevin Lee rant.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Peace, guys. We'll be back next Thursday. Tune in.